Today I just wanted to go through a simple video where I show what my stack is for making custom Instagram filters. First, of course, is Meta Spark Studio where all the magic happens, and this is where all the filters get made and deployed later on after they exported. So, of course, without a Meta Spark player, you have nowhere to go. Next up will be the Meta Spark player. On macOS, it's a bit of a pain to install it every time, but you can get it here. You can get it on different platforms. That is, there is one for Android and iOS, for MetaQuest as well, and there's also options for desktop. So you have one for macOS and one for Windows. So with the Metaspark player, you can always figure out things and see how your filter will look like. This is good for a kiosk experience if you want to showcase a filter at an event or something. So this is the way to go. Next up is a very easy option, that is using Figma for creating assets and deploying them. This one in general is for my AR Studio's social media posts, but there are plenty of other files that I use. So this is one I use for creating the wing effect from the template. So I have not named it yet, but I mean, you cannot blame me for that, can you? So this is one. Another is this one I use for the face mesh. It's all out of line right now because I did not save it, I guess. But you get a gist. It's a free alternative to getting started and managing assets. So yeah, so Figma is one of them. Next up will be Blender. So Blender is good for obviously 3D modeling. Again, it's a free software, nothing can go wrong. And you can always work with items as such. I mean, there's not much to explain if you have been on Blender before, but you can create custom models, you can use face assets and textures and meshes to work your way around. Not much to explain again. Let's see. My free alternative is FL Studio for creating audio. Oops, always in trial mode. I'm not going to pay for it for the time being, but you can always create a soundtrack or an SFX effect. I mean, yeah, it should be an SFX itself. But yeah, so this is, if you are looking to put things together really quick and you need tutorials for it, then FL Studio is the way to go. Right. So there is Crunchy that I use, but it does not open on macOS. This is what I use for compressing images, and I think the software has not been updated. So instead I use this app called Image Optim for optimizing images. You can also convert them from PNG to JPG and whatnot. So this is one of them. Now we head over and look for this online converter. So this is MP3 to M4A. So audio online convert is the one that I go for. Here you can change your audio settings to switch from MP3 to M4A. M4 is the file type that Metaspark Studio uses. So this is the one, and that's it, I believe, for my stack. The other one that will be in use often is Sublime Text, and this is usually for scripts, nothing more than that. So if I want to change a few things in script, a few seconds in the timing of a filter, so that's where I go. So this is basically my stack when it comes to creating Instagram filters, and it's very limited and it's almost at no cost to me. So it works out well in my favor, and I hope you guys can start and start to work on these without having to worry about costs that might come in.